Hello and welcome back to Just Call Me Boats. Today I'm working on my new, to me, 2019 Grand Design Reflection 295 RL, and there's a certain design flaw, well, I wouldn't say a flaw, but a mistake that they incorporated into this particular unit as well as many other of the Grand Design RVs. Let me show you what that mistake is, and I'm going to show you today how to fix it. Stay tuned. Alright fellas, what you're looking at here is the opening that's at the back of the coffee bar that's located just inside the door of this fifth wheel. And this opening is put here for a purpose. It's to allow the air to flow, to recirculate to the furnace. That's where all those little silver pipes, well, I guess you can call them pipes, hoses. Well, anyway, that's where the furnace is. And this hole is to allow for airflow to the furnace so it can recirculate. Now I'm going to move you in a little bit closer. As you can see, behind this wall is all of the plumbing and wiring and etc., etc. Now this leads out into the basement of the RV. There's a faux wall at the other side of this, and just beyond that is your storage compartment or your basement. So this big hole here will allow any number of critters to get into your RV, and I have proposed using some wire mesh to close this off. It will secure it so animals can't get from the basement into the RV itself, but it will still allow airflow. Now this measures out at 28.5 inches wide, and to give it a little bit of an overlap at the top here, I'm going to go 18 inches. And I'm also going to use some interesting ways to fasten that down, and I'll show you that in just a little bit. But let me first show you the mesh that I'm going to use. Alright fellas, pardon the mess here. This is a work in progress. But basically, I got this over at Menards. It's vinyl coated hardware cloth. It's a 1/4 inch mesh. And it comes in a roll at 5 foot length and 3 feet wide. It's made out of metal, but it's like vinyl coated. And let me show you what that looks like. Okay, here's the, it may be hard to see, but this is the vinyl coated mesh. And that's 1/4 inch squares, and as you can see, I've already cut my piece out to go in that spot. And let me show you how I'm going to attach it. Alright fellas, we're out here in my shop. It's a little messy, so if you see a big stack of stuff all over the place, don't just ignore it. What I've done is I went again to Menards, and I picked up this 6-pack of garden stakes. Now these measure roughly 3/4 of an inch square. Let's see here. Yeah, about 3/4 of an inch square. And I'm going to use these to batten down that screen. I'm going to be using my compound miter saw here to do the work. And let's get these pieces cut out. Now I'm only going to cut out 2 pieces. Oops, sorry. I'm trying to get the camera reset here. Now I'm only going to cut out two pieces, one at the top and one at the bottom, because the way that cabinet is in there, and I'll show you that when I'm putting it together. I'll try to get the camera in there. It's going to be kind of tight, but there's some looks like 1x2s that go up the sides of that opening that the drawer slides attached to, and there's a gap of maybe half an inch, maybe a little less than half an inch behind those 1x2s. Now I can't remove the 1x2s because I'd have to take the whole cabinet out, and I'm not going to do all of that. That's opening up a big can of worms that, well, I don't want to open. So I'm just going to attach one of these boards to the top and to the bottom of that screen. That's going to be enough to kind of hold it in place, and that's all I really want. In addition, and I didn't think about this earlier, and I meant to tell you guys, in addition to keeping rats and squirrels and chipmunks and whatever else from getting from the basement into the RV, well, I travel with kitty cats, and at least one of them is really curious, and he loves to get into tight spaces that he doesn't belong in. So this screen will also keep him from getting into the basement and in amongst all the plumbing and the wiring and the heater lines and all that other stuff. So this is going to be a twofold purpose. This screen is. I might also add a smaller piece in the front just below the drawers that'll attach to the kickboard, and that will also prevent him from getting in underneath the drawer. So stay tuned. Let me get this wood cut, and I'll see you back at the RV. All right, fellas, because I'm using that 3/4 inch wood, I want to pre-drill my holes for the screws because I don't want the wood to split out. So I'm going to use a 1/8 drill bit, and I'm also going to use the number 6 1 1/4 wood screws. They are just a standard screw with a Phillips head, and I think I'm going to put about 4 in each piece of wood, and then I'm going to attach it in the cabinet. Alright, fellas, as it turns out, there wasn't as much room behind these boards here on each side to fit the pieces that I cut just a few moments ago. So what I ended up having to do is recut another piece that would go in between, and that's roughly 19.5 inches. So I'm just going to attach it like that. There's like a 1x2 or something behind this edge of this wall, so I'm going to be screwing into that and just sandwiching that wire mesh screen between. So I'm just going to go right about in here and just attach that at the top, one at the bottom. I also did something else because there's a electrical wire. Let me bring you in here. Whoop. Because there's an electrical wire that runs through here, I went and put some 1/2 inch wire conduit onto that electrical wire to protect it from the screen, and I did have to cut the screen there at that juncture so that it would clear, and I just put that conduit on, like I said, just to protect that wire from chafing. I may have to, well, it looks like I can lift that screen up just a little bit, and I did have to fight to get it through this side over here behind that darker brown 1x1. It barely had enough room to fit in there. I had to struggle to get it in there, but it went. So it's in place. So let's go ahead and finish this up. Alright, there's the first piece, and that's sandwiched in there pretty good. I still have a pretty good gap around this wire. I didn't want to leave a big gap, but because mice can fit through the screen anyway. You're not going to really keep out the mice too much, but it will keep out larger critters, or at least at the very least it'll slow them down a bit. I'm mainly doing this to keep my cats from getting into that other space. Last thing I want is them in there walking around and getting tangled up in stuff and not wanting to come back out when they're called. And not that they do that a whole bunch, but I still don't want them just freely being able to roam into the basement. Now this one here is going to be a little fun because I got to reach through the bars of where these drawers go with both hands. Let's see how this goes here. Now I did cut this mesh just a little bit long, and that's okay. It didn't cost me that much. I forget what it was, but it was less than $20 for that roll. And the garden stakes cost me less than $5, and the screws I already had, but if I had to buy them, they were right around $5 for those as well. Come on. There we go. That mesh is in place. No animals are going to be able to get through it easily. And we're good to go. Now, I am going to add another piece. Let me pull the camera back just a little bit here. I am going to add another piece in this area here just to prevent the cats from, climbing up through this and getting into this space underneath the drawers. And I'm going to attach that to the back of this and to the back of that and just have it kind of there, it's not going to be seen once the drawers are in. Unless you get down here on the floor and look up underneath it, you're not going to see it. And that's it. I could leave it just like this, and this would be fine. For most folks, it would be fine. But I'm wanting to put this extra added piece on here just to keep my cats from getting out into a place that they don't need to be going. And also as an added barrier for any critters that might get through that mesh into this space. So let me get that finished up, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, fellas, that's the finished product. Mesh screen over that opening. Mesh screen over that one. Sorry for the flashing there. It's coming from my LED lighting here. I apologize for that, but if it wasn't for that, you wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing. Okay. Alright, fellas, that upgrade is complete. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some good knowledge out of it, and I hope it helps you out in your RV. Now, I'm not sure if all of them are that way or if it's just Grand Design that has that big opening underneath the cabinet, but it's worth looking into, and now you know how to fix it. I did that repair in maybe an hour all told, and about 20 bucks worth of materials, 20 bucks or less. And yeah, that should keep all kinds of critters from transiting either from the camper into the basement or from the basement into the camper. Sorry it's been a while since I've posted any videos to this channel. I've been quite busy, and to be honest, there hasn't been a whole lot of things for me to shoot video of here lately. I do have a tractor repair video coming soon, and I also have a mirror swap on my truck coming soon. So if you want to see those, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. Share it with your friends. If you have any questions or comments, leave those in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to respond to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching Just Call Me Boats. You have a great day.